Hi, I'm Tatum.
And I'm Chesney,
And welcome to Unwell. Okay, so just a little bit of an introduction. What started off as a controversial podcast has evolved into the Unwell Network and is now recognized as a major media brand. Behind the top secret formula lies a clear pattern, so stay tuned as we unpack how segmentation and involvement built Unwell and why it's so effective in today's media world.
This is Alex Cooper. She is the founder of the Unwell Network and host of the podcast Call Her Daddy. She is known from her followers as Father Cooper, and she made it actually into the Forbes 30 Under 30, and she has turned her podcast into a multi-million-dollar brand. Into the Unwell journey, Alex Cooper got her start with the launch of Call Her Daddy, where it was on Barstool Sports. She very quickly gained recognition and became a viral success.
So things started to shift. Alex began to notice that her audience started to mature and their interest shifted toward more meaningful topics like mental health, relationships, and real life struggles.
She used that insight to launch Unwell and expanded into a multimedia network with creators and products and a very strong lifestyle identity.
So today we'll be focusing on the two consumer behavior topics that she does well on, which is segmentation and involvement. Today I'll be covering the segmentation that Unwell does well covering, starting with measurable. Unwell demonstrates measurable segmentation through data like its $60 million deal with Spotify and millions of listeners worldwide. Second, it is accessible as Unwell's content are across platforms like Spotify, YouTube, TikTok, and its audience is already spending lots of time on it. Unwell is also substantial with the major deals that they have with Spotify and SiriusXM, as they also reach an audience of 46 million followers. Fourth, they are differentiable as Unwell stands out because of its raw and unfiltered content. They cover taboo topics and real life struggles that audiences can relate to. Lastly, Unwell is actionable as it is profitable through partnerships, merch, and product expansions like the Unwell drink.
Consumer behavior topic we'll be covering is involvement. Consumer involvement refers to how personally relevant and important a brand or content is to an individual. There are three main types as right. First being emotional involvement, second being social involvement, and third being behavioral involvement. So first, emotional involvement. Her listeners may be asking themselves, why do I relate to this so much? And this is because Unwell's content feels personal. It focuses on real topics such as relationships, mental health, and just real unfiltered life experiences and stories. The second type of involvement is social involvement. Unwell's audience is known as the Daddy Gang, and this is just a very shared identity. She also brings like highly relevant and high-profile guests on, which keeps constant episodes and the conversation flowing all the time. Two examples of guests that Unwell has hosted over the years. She has had everyone from Jane Goodall to Kid Cudi. By bringing these high-profile guests on, she keeps the content relevant and expands her reach. This leads to the last type of involvement, which is behavioral involvement. The fans actively engage by sharing clips with one another and talking about episodes. This also leads to purchasing habits, as in buying into the brand, like with things like merch and other products.
Unwell has a very extensive reach through things such as the product Unwell Hydration.
They also have a new reality TV show, Unwell Winter Games. Unwell also sponsors events such as the National Women's Soccer League.
Overall, Unwell shows how strong segmentation and high involvement can build a powerful brand.
When a brand understands its audience this well, consumers don't just listen, they become a part of the brand. So thank you guys so much for listening, and don't forget to vote for Unwell.